Hello, in this video I'm taking a second look at a free-to-use plugin on the WordPress repository by the Beaver Builder team called Assistant. This is a plugin that's for all WordPress users, a productivity app that lets you navigate your WordPress site and handle quick tasks without needing to go to the WordPress admin area. And it was updated a couple of weeks ago, but it is still in pre-release as I'm recording this. It's on version 0.7.0. But with this release, there is a bit of a reveal about what this whole project might be about. Over a year ago, I did a review of the basic plugin itself, and like others, I was speculating that there was probably more to this than we are seeing. And if you've got the latest version now and you go over to the Libraries tab, you will see there is this coming soon page for Assistant Pro. And what it says here is that Assistant Pro joins your WordPress sites together and allows you to sync creative assets, posts and layouts between them. To use Libraries, you'll need an Assistant Pro account, and if you go to this link, it will take you to a page where you're invited to leave your email address if you want to be notified about the public beta testing, which I believe is going to be going on throughout the summer of 2021. But this is the Beaver Builder team. They usually produce unique work that works very well, but it takes some time for them to release stuff, so I wouldn't be sure of my timeline there. Now, I'm sure they're going to announce this properly themselves. I'm covering this now because if you are on the latest plugin, you might be curious about what this is, and you might just see it as an upsell. In fact, Assistant Pro has a free tier and a premium tier, so it's not all about getting your money. And I also wanted to mention it because I'm aware, particularly in the Beaver Builder community, a lot of people are looking for the solution here. A lot of people want to store their assets and reuse them in other projects, and there are some solutions out there, but none that do what this is going to do, and I'm so excited about this. That's why I kind of want to share it earlier. So although it's not ready, it might help a lot of people who are wondering what they're going to buy in the future. This might be the thing to hold out for. Okay, so let me just quickly first cover, in case people didn't see my first video, what the plugin does before we get into the Assistant Pro bit, and I'll really quickly go over this. So there is a startup guide here, so let me just click on this one, content. So if you have very complex sites in the back end where you've got maybe reusable blocks, maybe you're using Gutenberg, or you, like me, you've got some custom field groups, you're using the advanced custom field plugin, or you've got lots of different custom post types, you can easily get around these, delete them, get to the front end, the back end, store them. You can tag things up for reference later, which is really useful, and it's quite easy to get to all of your different custom field groups over there, and it's easier to manipulate your media library over here. You can delete things from here, you can get to the attachment pages quickly. Again, you can label any of these and just drag and drop in things from the front. And then I guess the key thing is you can do comments and all sorts of things from here. You can also line this up differently. So if you want it in dark mode, it will go into there, or you can have it to the left if you prefer that as well. This is just my preference. And of course, Libraries. Now, I'm not going to connect this site up here, which I could do because I'm in the private beta testing at the moment. But what I'm going to do first is take you over to my online account and just show you this. So this is what I was shown in the beginning. Of course, things are likely to change. It's still the early stages, but they left me some videos here which explains the libraries, how to manage them, how to share my libraries with others, because that's the key thing about this, and manage teams. So I can share my libraries with people in the teams or hide them from people and create as many teams as I like, because this has been designed, as much of Beaver Builder's work has been, for agencies and other freelancers as well. So this is quite unique in itself. I don't think there is anything where you can store your assets and share those and work with team members. Also, this is something, isn't locked into anything. So if you're just using Gutenberg, you can use this. If you're using another page builder, you can use this. There's no lock-in. The most exciting thing, I think, for me, if I just go over to where I've stored some of my own and click on this, is that it stores the media that goes along with the template. So far, the only solutions that have been available to me have, well, Firstly, let me just say I do this anyway with my Beaver Junction site. So I put up templates, but I have to store these on a site, and then through a plugin, I'm able to share them with other people. Well, from now on, I'll be able to store some of my custom rows up here and let people share them. But the downside of that is that it's always going to be a reference in the original site. So if I share with someone, they're going to be using the resources on my server. If they want to keep some of those media assets in their template, they're going to need to go in individually, upload the file and reconnect everything. Here, everything gets uploaded, and then if you send it to another site, then it's going to place that media in the media library and connect everything up. And there's just nothing like that. So for me, this is really, really big. Let me just cover a couple of other things here. So if I just go to the upgrades here, we can see the account that I'm testing at the moment, which is the free one. So I've got unlimited libraries that I can set up, one-click install of my post pages and templates. In fact, there seems to be an addition. I don't know if it will remain this way with the free account, but the Beaver Builder team created another plugin which allows you to save your customizer settings for your theme, and that presently is included in this and seems to be working on the free account, so I can also store all of those settings as well. But the downside of the free is that everything that you put up is in the public domain. So if I go back to here to my account, you can see I've got a public page where someone can see all the work that I've got here. And you know, the plan is, as you can see, if we go to the top level of the community here, they'll be able to feature shared libraries, which is fine for the kind of thing that I'm doing on Beaver Junction. The free version will work perfectly. It will encourage me and other people in other page building communities to share with each other through this. But I think I will be going for the premium version. Now, it's hidden away at the moment because I guess they're still working on what's going to be there. But the obvious thing is that you're going to be able to have private libraries. It mentions here the theme settings, but that appears to be in the free version at the moment. And it talks about themes and plugins and being able to store those. I really don't know anything about that, so I can only kind of speculate that you might be able to store the whole of plugins, I don't know, and site templates. So assuming that you'll be able to deploy whole sites with this. I've blocked out what they originally put down as a figure for the cost of this. If it's in line with what they come out with, it's going to be a no-brainer. You know, I'm going to be straight in there with buying that because it's affordable. I guess there's a lot for them to figure out with this one, because if they're given the ability to store all these assets for free to everyone, there are going to need to be people on the premium, otherwise it's going to cost them too much. So there is a balance to be had here, but I think it's really exciting. I can't see anything similar to this around. Okay, for the rest of this video, I thought I would just quickly show you how we can just move a site from one place to another. So let's just go into my pages. So I've got templates stored here. It recognizes what is a template and what is a page. So I've got some pages here. They are actually just templates from Beaver Builder that I've put on another site where I've been optimizing. And I'm going to go over to that site now, so my performance site, and I've got up my fashion page here. So I've got Assistant Pro in here, and I've already gone to libraries, so I've got my collection, and I want this one to go. Oh, we're already there. That's okay. I'm already in my pages, and I've got my 3 in here. I want to add this, so all I need to do is to go to the plus here. And from here you can see that you can store, this looks to be the WordPress customizer settings, so that's already in there, and I can put in a color palette which is part of my collections, and I can just upload some media as well if I want to just upload some images. But in this case I want to upload the whole of this page, so I need to do a search for it even though I am there, and I'm looking for fashion, and it should come up. There we are, that's my pages. Tells me it's a page. I'm going to click on that and it will just start doing the job for me. And in fact, I'm just going to go over to my library and give this a refresh, and hopefully it should be, there we are, it's taken a screenshot of it here. If I go and click on this, I can see my media library stuff is already there as well. So that's going to be ready for me to move to another site, which I'm going to do now. So let me just show you this here. This is on my training site I've set up. So this is my media library as it is at the moment, and this is the page I want to add this page I've just saved to. So it's this one called design. Again, I've got assistant here and I'm ready to go almost. I need to go into my pages, and here it is. It's available to me. I can have a look at it, see everything is there, and I've got some options here. So I can either replace one of the pages, which is what I'm going to do with design. I can also just import it as it is and create an edit that will just take me to be able to edit it, or I can just preview this ahead of time, so that will just bring up the whole page, referencing what's on the cloud there. I'm just going to go straight into adding this to replace that page there, which doesn't have anything on it anyway. And I think it's doing some stuff in there. I have to give it a moment. There we are, content replace. Let me go over to the media library first, and it's all there. And let's move this way. I don't know how this will work. Probably get a little bit of caching issues. If I just go refresh on this page, yeah, I need to do a real hard refresh. Let's just go into the page. Yeah, there we are. It's all there, and the images are referencing the images that are in the media library. So there we are. That really covers all I wanted to show you. Anyway, I just thought it was so excited that I couldn't wait really to share it. I hope it was useful, and I hope to see you in another video soon. Thanks very much. Bye bye.